I'm getting really, really excited to talk about is about Green Nurse Retreat. So what Denise invited me on, this is going to be really great. So in June, it was the end of June, Janet McAllister, Hippie Chicks, Canna-Cation, they in Dexter, Maine at the Tyler Ides Inn had a weekend, an entire cannabis immersed weekend. It was called Canna-Cation. And so Denise said, let's go. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Green Nurse on the go. Yeah. And having no idea what to expect. Because in the end, what Denise was thinking, and it just made perfect sense, is as nurses, it's really, really important for patients, people, and providers to have these experiences, to have experiential learning. And what a great way to do it in a setting filled with nurses, right? That are actually medical cannabis patients that consume cannabis, not only to treat conditions of chronic illness, but as a wellness and a lifestyle. So we know how to pair cannabinoids with other activities for enjoyment. So we went to Canna-Cation with an open mind, no idea. And I'm going to let Denise share because I consume cannabis a lot. I mean, it's part of my health and wellness, and I do use it to recreate, and I'm not ashamed of that because I prefer. It does add a little bit extra giggle and a little bit fun, and I have more little creativity. I choose to use cannabis in social settings as opposed to alcohol or any other drugs. And so basically we were going to have this weekend, and this was Denise's first time being completely immersed. So I want you to share, what were you fearful of, and what was your experience like?
Well, at first I was fearful I was curious more than anything about just what it would be like to have an infused meal. I'm a foodie too, so I love food, and so that intrigued me. Like how are they doing? But what really, I was worried because I am somebody who will fall asleep at the end of a meal, just a regular meal, sometimes. So I was like, I don't want to be like stoned out of my gourd, and I want to be able to engage in the conversation, and I don't want to be like zoned out for the dinner. So I was like a little concerned about that, and it didn't happen at all. It was a way that they blended. You can if you have lemon, it helps to kind of calm. The terpenes in the lemon help to counteract some of the psychoactive aspect of the THC, in the cannabis. And, when we're saying cannabis, we're talking about CBD as well as THC, all the different cannabinoids.
So this had to do with the infused meals, because every single meal was infused. Yes. And what I really liked how they did it was you knew exactly what was infused and what wasn't. And they did a lot of sauces, right? So the added ingredients, the salad dressing or the sauce or the honey or the syrup or whatever, the dip, the accompaniment that you would add to your food. So people had a choice as to how much that they would want to put on their food, butter. What else did they have? And then they had big giant containers of water that was filled with lemon, and they actually had a terpene wine. Remember that?
Terpene wine. I remember that. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So basically really looking, and I'm going to tell you, I'm like I said, I'm a cannabis consumer, and I was perfect. It wasn't, and I know. And so if new people that were new there that had never done it before, they could get in big trouble. So, but the innkeeper and Janet from Hippie Chicks, they were really, really good about bringing the food out, about educating about why they paired this food with that food and why they did things a certain way, and, really encourage the start low, go slow. And I thought it was a huge success, the meals, don't you?
Oh, it was wonderful, and I didn't fall asleep. And it was delicious. And just like you said, and I felt like I had control over the situation. You know what I mean? I felt like I was in perfect control of myself and the evening. And a lot of that had to do with, we could judge how much we wanted, to put into our food. So that was really wonderful. The other thing that I really enjoyed about that experience was just the fact that, I was still plagued with a lot of the stigma still, even though I know I did the deep dive and I'm learning more about this, I'm kind of playing with it, experimenting and trying different things, but it's still, it's hard, so it was nice to go to a place where you are with other people and you're like, hey, show me how to do a dab. I've never done that,
Bobby Nugs. So we were with Bobby Nugs and Barry,
yes,
and they were great. Bobby Nugs is a big guy, and he's the big dad. He is Dr. Dabber. And that was really great because he was wonderful at
yeah,
teaching about how to
exactly.
dab, what to dab, how to, right?
Right. And you felt okay. You didn't feel like hiding, like you could enjoy, like I learned how to roll a joint and, smoke and try different varieties. It was nice to try different varieties, just like you're trying a fine wine, and like that was really fun to me. It was like, oh, let me try this one. This is supposed to give you this type of a feeling.
Right.
And what the other aspect, what came away with me after with this experience is like, this would pair so well with all the energized living practices. Perfectly. Because like I said, I've been introducing cannabis into my energized living, and I'm a big meditator, dance, yoga, all of that as part of my practices. And the cannabis, I'm finding, is allowing me to go so much deeper.
Oh, yeah.
Have a more wonderful experience in these different practices. So it was lovely to have in the morning to be able to have the cannabis, kind of play with that with I had a longer meditation, then to go into then the hot tub afterwards, after the yoga. So it was this whole really well-rounded experience, that you were able to pull all the tools together.
Right. It was great. So you think about, so it was cannabis infused meals. There was a fire pit where we would sit around the fire, listen to music, which was wonderful. There was a hot tub that you could go in at any point in time that you wanted to. There was food that was available. So all your meals were included, but there was also snacks and fruit and drinks available at all times.
Mhm.
There is the backyard. There was a hammock in the backyard. There was an area to play volleyball.
Yeah.
There was also in the downstairs, they call it the man cave. There's a consumption lounge. So they have state of the art ventilation system in there. Oh my God, it was really cool. I mean, we're talking like there's an old fashioned jukebox down there, these big vibrating chairs, like just all kinds of really cool things, pool table, Christmas tree, big giant screen TV. And then right next to it is that cool little state of the art. So you could sneak over into the consumption room. And so it was a really, really well thought out place because it's a great place that you can go in the summertime and in the wintertime. There's so much to do. The other thing that they offered too at the Canna-Cation was massage, kayaking, right?
Yep.
And then they gave us, little tips and tricks if we wanted to do other things. And we did. Denise and I went to visit a dispensary in Maine. And the dispensary, you guys ready for this? Was a bus that was completely decorated in the Grateful Dead.
Yeah. Oh, it was so fun.
It was just like an ice cream truck. I was like, where's the dispensary? And they go, it's right there. It's like, that's the dispensary. It's great.
Great lemonade. Oh my gosh, that lemonade was so delicious.
It was. So the whole point is now, so we have this Canna-Cation experience, okay, which we loved, you loved. And then your idea just continued to manifest while we were there. Wow, wouldn't this be a great way to really, really educate people in a way where they can have the experience plus the knowledge, the research, and the stories to go with it so they can bring that home with them. And it's not just about cannabis. It's about cannabis being paired with multiple different activities. So Denise, right now, I want you to let our viewers know what to expect on Canna-Cation on September 10th, 11th, and 12th. What are they in for?
Oh my gosh. A wonderful experience. So you are going to walk up. We're going to be there to welcome you on this beautiful, gorgeous front table, porch. And we're going to just start first by just educating you about the endocannabinoid system. So you're going to get education so you understand what it's all about, how to use it, why, how it interacts with your body, right? And you'll be able to, maybe start, trying a little bit.
That's what's so great too. So on the front porch, when people arrive, there's going to be refreshments. And on the front porch, there's a little bar, right? So the little bar that's there has 3 jars of different types of cannabis, an indica, a sativa, and a hybrid. Also has little tiny containers of concentrate for people that want to dab. So when you arrive, you have all of that's there, the food's there, the innkeepers, they're wonderful. They're going to greet you and take you to your room. And it's just about settling in and hanging out on the front porch, getting to know everybody, settling into the space. Right. And then we have dinner.
Right. And I think about this too, like how nice that is after traveling.
Right.
A lot of traveling, and this, before you're leaving, you're kind of stressed, you're packing. And I think it's really, really important, like when you land, to really land.
Right.
And I will try to, if I do a lot, I even try to schedule a massage, on that day to just kind of wash out all the crazy stuff, so you can really be open to receive, what's available to you. So I love that whole scenario.
So the welcoming,
being able to drop in with a little bit of cannabis, feel relaxed. And then you're going to move into this wonderful meal, and
meal. Right.
Used meal in this gorgeous old room that you have the nice china, and you just feel like so important and I mean, just so welcome,
And the part that's great about that piece of it, so we're going to have this beautiful infused meal. People, you're waited on. It's really lovely. You really feel spoiled. But the other part that we're going to add to that is we're going to add the education. So we have sponsors that are donating products. I'm going to do a plug right now for Ruben Marks of Herba. He's donating a ton of different products for our guests.
Yeah.
And we're going to have like you come to a birthday party, right? On your plate, there's going to be a prize, a cannabis surprise, right? So a cannabis surprise on your plate. It's going to be a product from a company. And what we're going to do is we're going to educate you on that particular product, how to take it. So for example, the first night's going to be Delta 8 gummies. I'll just give it away. Right. So everyone's going to get a little pack of Delta 8 gummies on the table, and we're going to have dinner. So the conversation is going to be around Delta 8 gummies consumption, how to consume, how much to consume, and really teach people the basics of consuming cannabis when you're going to eat it. And then the other, so that's just the example. So all the different meals that we have are going to be different product lines from different companies. And we're going to educate you on them and how to use them. And I think that that's going to be really, really cool.
That will be, and what to do if you consume too much, and how you can manage that. And I love the fact that Ruben is also including like CBG and some CBD products that flower, people don't know that you can smoke CBD, and so how you can mix that. So it's going to be really a well-rounded, it's not, it's all the cannabinoids. And I love that aspect. So you can understand of like how these different things can interact in your body.
Right. Yep. All the different methods of administration, all the consumption methods is going to be covered in this weekend. You're going to be able to see it all and experience it all, witness it. You'll watch us do it. And then if you care to have the experience, we'll be there to hold your hand.
Exactly.
Here's the thing is wine. If you want to learn how to use, we're all about safe consumption, right? We love cannabis. The last thing we want people to do is to try it and have a bad experience.
Right.
Because we know this plant is such a miracle. So why not, right? Come in an environment where you're relaxed, you're chilled, it's private, you're with nurses, people that are taking care of you. And really want to teach you how to support and nourish your endocannabinoid system and have fun while we're doing it. So some of the other fun activities, Denise, that you have planned.
So we have a fire pit out there. And so I'm trying to get a drummer in. So we have a drum circle, and we may have that. That might happen. We're close.
But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't matter.
We'll
chant.
We'll chanting, we'll use that chanting vibration. We'll teach you some chanting and how we can do some sound resonating, that sort of thing.
And then the fire ceremony too. There is a way, full moon fire ceremony. You don't have to have a full moon. You can do a fire ceremony to the universe, right? So we have all of these different fun things that we want to introduce to people that have enriched our lives, right? It's time for more woo-woo to come out. And that's what we want to show you. We want to show you how to have fun.
We'll show you we'll have angel cards there, so we'll show you how to, to be able to do those and oracles and different things like that. And one of my favorite things on the next night, we're going to do journey dance. And that is combining music with free flow movement that really helps you to get out of your head, get into your body and let it move through you and just experience to really get to kind of get to know yourself at a different level.
You've introduced me to journey dance and I was really blown away by it.
Yeah,
it's a really, really cool experience. And on my explanation of it is there's music that's put on and then there's instruction, and the instruction, it brings up an emotion, right? And you dance to that feeling that comes up, to the vibration of the music. So it's really a very therapeutic, you're moving energy, right? You're moving energy and you're bringing up emotions and you're feeling them and you're moving it. And some of it, I mean, I was really blown away at how cool it was. One of my favorite ones was when we were on the ground on all fours and you said, we're going to be cats. And so we were dancing like cats on the floor.
Cats. Yeah.
Right.
I know it sounds crazy, but you're just like, you feel like that floor feels amazing too, just rolling on my back. And our bodies hold on to trauma, it holds on to stress. And unless we are able to move it out and consciously, and the music and the vibration just allows you to get into that space. It is so profound. First time I experienced journey dance is at a event that we were putting on, and I was like, this is so therapeutic. I want to learn how to do this. And I just that right then signed up for the training because it was so powerful, so powerful. So we're going to have that. You get to experience that. And again, you're in a small space. Nobody, we don't care. You can be as crazy. It's good to be crazy and do whatever you want, right? Yes. And then in the morning, I'm going to lead you into a beautiful morning practice, a meditation, and how you can use, the cannabis to kind of help you to come in deeper and allow you to hold on to that amandamide molecule that we are secreting when we meditate and move, how we're able to keep that longer. So we're going to educate on how it interacts with your endocannabinoid system to help you, to deal with stress and just be able to really get into deep and to get into right into here to your soul, into your, right? And I'm going to provide just very simple practices, like I said, a morning practice, but also just a movement practice that incorporates a little bit of qigong and a little bit of yoga and movement that you can put into your morning or as a break in the middle of the day, when you're working on your computer and you need to take a 10-minute break. So all of these things are going to be provided. You're going to be able to walk away then with those tools that you can continue and tap into your own energized living lifestyle. Right. You're going to have these tools. You're going to have playlists and all these.
Yeah. So I'll review.
It's like a little mini course in energized living and cannabis. Like you're going to like an immersion. You're just dropping in. You get to experience it and feel it with guidance, right? It'll be a guidance.
Here it is.
Situation.
It's for everyone. It's for people that are medical cannabis patients. It's for people that are using cannabis as a wellness tool. It's for people that like to just enjoy cannabis recreationally. For whatever reason you use cannabis, the Energized Living Green Nurse Retreats is for you. So it's our first big one. It's on September 10th, 11th, and 12th up in Dexter, Maine at the Tyler Ides Inn. Janet McAllister from Hippie Chick Natural Solutions. She's providing the infused meals, the food, the cannabis, the gift packs. We also have sponsorship from Irva, Ruben Marks from Irva. He's donating a lot of products that we're going to educate on in our meals. And then Michelle Morris is also donating a nighttime little pack from Green Compass Global. And so what you're going to get on this Green Nurse Energized Living Retreat is this: infused meals, product gift packs donated by sponsors, meditation, journey dance, yoga, drumming, fire ceremony, water ceremony in the hot tub, cannabis nurse consultation, energy work, oracle cards, and optional massage and kayaking. So this is really, I'm telling you right now, I'm excited to go. It's a work weekend for me, but it's not going to feel like work.
I know it. We gotta have a weekend, like our most perfect weekend. If you could plan a weekend, like you would have all those things together. Right?
Exactly. So that's what it is. We're creating a weekend that we are really, really excited to participate in. And what we want to do is we want to invite you all along to come with us.
Exactly. And even if you're a physician or a healthcare professional that is curious about this or wants to understand a little bit better, so you know how to communicate this even with your patients, and because maybe you are, interested in being more of an educator in this. This would be a great place. You can meet us. You can see how things are done. You can, you've got us for the whole weekend,
We're there.
Exactly. And then
fun. Can't wait.
Yeah,
it's going to be good stuff. So so this is our show. We're promoting the Green Nurse Energized Living Retreats because you know why? It's awesome and no one else is doing it. And we want to keep these people, you deserve to feel good, right? That's what we say. We all deserve to feel good. We're here to change the dialogue around what it means to feel good and be high. That H for hope, I for inspiration, G for growth, and H for healing. And Denise, I'm so grateful that you're part of the Green Nurse team, that you are doing energized living, and that you're bringing Green Nurse retreats alive, right? It's great. Really, really excited.
Yes,
so before we end, I just want to remind people that we do have a community, the Green Nurse Holistic Caring Community. There's a link down below, I think. If not, I'll add one. We had some technical difficulties earlier today, but we want you to join the community. It's another really great opportunity for learning. It's a free community, the Holistic Caring Green Nurse Community, free introductory to cannabis, free patient portal, free patient support group, free book club, and a free monthly webinar. And you have access to us. All the podcasts are there. Denise is there. And we want you all to come. We're here. We care. We love you all. So Denise, any last words of wisdom before we sign off?
Oh, just, if you have an inkling about this, just allow yourself to receive it. Just be open. Don't put yourself in a box. It's time to get out of that box. Right now is the time. I know some of you probably are thinking, with after COVID and maybe have stirred some things up, in your mind and looking at your health and the way you live maybe differently. And you may just want to change things, because this way of healthcare is here to stay. Using cannabis, this holistic approach, we are going back to the way we were created. This is the way we were supposed to heal ourselves. We are doing these things to help our bodies heal itself. So give yourself a chance. Look at something new. If you're curious about it, just come, come.
Yeah. And if not, we're going to be recording and you'll be seeing us live, and that way you can come to the next one.
Come to the next one, or get in with the holistic care community, because there's always information with that. But just get out of that box. Time to break out of the box. It's time, it is time to break out of the box of your old beliefs and open up to something new.
Come with us. Come on a journey. We will hold your hand until you're ready to let go. So remember, everyone, it's really all about living your best life and helping others do the same. We miss you, Nurse Mark, and we'll see you tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. All right, everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, I think I stopped it. I stopped the recording.